Welcome students. Today we are going to learn a well-known theorem, that is Pythagoras theorem. So Pythagoras theorem is a great gift to mathematics. So Pythagoras theorem is used only for right angle triangle when two sides of a right angle triangle are given and we are going to find out one side. So that time Pythagoras theorem is used. So let us see students Pythagoras theorem, that is it is used only for right angle triangle. Just now I said, so it is a right angle triangle ABC. It is right angle triangle. So angle B is a right angle here. So what is the longest side of the triangle? That is side AC is the longest side, or it is the side opposite to right angle. So this side is known as hypotenuse. So what is the Pythagoras theorem? The statement of Pythagoras theorem is this, that is hypotenuse square is equal to one side square plus other side square, or hypotenuse square is equal to side 1 square plus side 2 square, or hypotenuse square is equal to base square plus height square. So in any way you can write the statement of Pythagoras, or we can write straight away the statement of Pythagoras by using the figure. So in every case we are going to write the statement of Pythagoras. So what is the hypotenuse here? AC. We'll make the square of this. We'll get AC square. AC square is equal to, what is the side one? You can take any one, that is BC square plus AB square. So this is a statement of Pythagoras theorem for this particular diagram. So whichever diagram is given, we have to finalize the hypotenuse. Hypotenuse square is equal to one side square plus other side square. So that is the statement of Pythagoras. So let us go for the next figure. So triangle PQR is a right angle triangle. Angle Q is a right angle here. So the side opposite to angle Q is called as hypotenuse. Hypotenuse is the longest side of a triangle. So what is the statement for this? That is PR square is equal to PQ square plus QR square. So this is a statement of Pythagoras for this triangle PQR. Let us go to the next figure. Triangle LMN is a right angle triangle. The right angle is made at angle L. So what is the longest side of the triangle? That is side MN is the longest side of the triangle, or this is a side opposite to right angle. So this side, that is MN side, is known as hypotenuse. So what is the Pythagoras statement for this figure? That is MN square is equal to LM square plus LN square. So this is a statement for Pythagoras for this particular right angle triangle. So let us see the next figure, that is triangle XYZ is a right angle triangle. So the right angle is formed at X, then the side opposite to right angle is YZ. So it is known as hypotenuse. So what is the statement of Pythagoras for this figure? That is YZ square is equal to remaining two squares and their sum. It is XY square plus XZ square. So students, we have just learned how a right angle triangle is there and how the hypotenuse is finalized and how to write the Pythagoras theorem for the given right angle triangle. Yes students, so the next concept of this chapter is Pythagorean triplet. So what do you know by triplet? Triplet means there are three numbers. So it is one side, other side and hypotenuse. Okay, so these are the three numbers. When three numbers we'll write in a bracket by after giving the commas, so we'll get a Pythagorean triplet. So whenever we write three numbers, out of that three numbers, one is a side 1, other is a side 2 and other is a hypotenuse. So look here how to find the Pythagorean triplet. Let us take a simple number 3. Then we'll make the square of this number. So what is the square of this number? 9. Then 9 is divided into two parts. 9 is divided into two parts whose addition comes 9 and the numbers are consecutive. So what are the numbers? 4 and 5 are the numbers. 4 plus 5 is 9 and 4 and 5 are consecutive numbers. So this is the first Pythagorean triplet 3, 4, 5. So in that 3 is the one side, 4 is the other side and 5 is the length of hypotenuse. Let us go ahead, take another number 5. So make the square of 5. 5 square is 25. Then divide 25 into two parts whose addition comes 25 and the numbers are consecutive. So there is only one pair exists, that is 12 and 13. So 12 plus 13 is 25 and 12 and 13 are consecutive numbers. So what is the Pythagorean triplet here? That is 5, 12, 13 is a Pythagorean triplet here. So let us go to the next, continue the same. The next odd number is 7. So make the square of 7. The square of 7 is 49. Then divide 49 into two parts whose addition comes 49 and the numbers must be consecutive natural numbers. So there is only one pair exist, that is 24 and 25. So this is only one pair exists. Therefore we can write the Pythagorean triplet. It is 7, 24, 25. It is a Pythagorean triplet. Okay, so let us go to the one more example. 9. The next odd number is 9. Then make the square of 9, that comes 81. The square of 9 is 81. Then divide 81 into two parts whose addition comes 81 and the numbers are consecutive only. So there is only one pair exist, that is 40 and 41. So 40 plus 41 is 81. Therefore what is the Pythagorean triplet here? It is 9, 40 and 41. So you can check, student, whether it is really comes or not. That is, make the square of 41, then make the square of 40, then make the square of 9. You can add these two squares and that square comes to the square of this number. So in that way, students, we are going to finalize the Pythagorean triplets. Students, let us see Pythagorean triplets. So we have seen one method to find out the Pythagorean triplet. There is another method also. There is a ready-made formula given to find out the Pythagorean triplet. So what is the formula? A square plus b square, a square minus b square and 2ab. So these are the terms of a right angle triangle. So it may be one side, it may be other side, it may be hypotenuse. So out of three, one is hypotenuse and other two are side 1 and side 2. What is the condition given here? That is a is greater than b. That is the condition. So look here, students, we'll go for the example, then we'll see how it works. So let us take a is equal to 2 and b is equal to 1. Okay, so let us put here a is equal to 2 means what? 2 square. 2 square plus 1 square is 1. So 2 square is 4, 4 plus 1 is 5. Then a square minus b square. So a means 2, 2 square. 2 square minus 1 square, that is 4 minus 1 is 3. Then 2ab. So 2 multiplied by 2 is 4 and 4 multiplied by 1 is 4. So just check, it is a Pythagorean triplet. It is a Pythagorean triplet. Okay. So for this we got this value. The next, suppose if you have taken a equal to 3 and b equal to 1, what we will get? Just check. A equal to 3 and b equal to 1. So put here a equal to 3. What will get? 3 square. 3 square is 9 and 1 square is 1. So 9 plus 1 is 10. Next, a square 9, b square 1. 9 minus 1 is 8. 2ab. So 3 to the 6. 6 into 1 is 6. So just check whether it is Pythagorean triplet. So 10 square is 100. Then 8 square is 64. 6 square is 36. So 64 plus 36 is nothing but 100 and that is a 10 square. So it will work for this pair also. Let us go to the next. A is equal to 3 and b is equal to 2. So a square 9. b square 4, 9 plus 4 13, a square 9, b square 4, 9 minus 4 is 5, 2 multiplied by 3 6, 6 multiplied by 2 is 12. So it is a Pythagorean triplet. So students, whether it is interested, so in that we can find out various Pythagorean triplets by using this ready-made formula. So once again I repeat the formula: a square plus b square, a square minus b square to ab. What is the condition here? A is greater than b. So generally don't take zeros, because if you take zeros then this value will come 0 here. Understand this? So 0 length, we cannot draw the figure having the 0 length. So let us start with 1 at least. Okay, 1 and on 1 onwards we can go ahead. So this is all about Pythagorean triplets. Students, let us see the next concept, converse of Pythagoras theorem. So we know students that is Pythagoras theorem is used for right angle triangle only. But if suppose the sides are given and the question is asked, check whether it is a right angle triangle or not. So that time converse of Pythagoras theorem is used. So if the triangle is right angle, we can write the Pythagorean statement. But if the triangle is not Pythagoras, then we have to check whether the Pythagoras theorem statement is true for that particular figure. So if it is true for that figure, then we can write the converse statement, that is the triangle is a right angle triangle. So let us check here. Sides of a triangle are given. Decide whether it is right angle triangle or not. So what are the sides given? A is 5, B is 12 and C is 13. So what is the highest length here? That is C is equal to 13. Therefore make the square of C. That is C square. C square is 13 square. 13 square is 169. Then make the square of this and make the addition of this. So it is A square plus B square. That is 5 square plus 12 square. So what is 5 square? 25. 12 square 144. So addition of these 169. So we'll get here 169 and we got here 169. Then what we can write here? Therefore we can write C square is equal to A square plus B square. So this is nothing but the statement of Pythagoras. Therefore what answer will write? By converse of Pythagoras theorem. By converse of Pythagoras theorem, given triangle is a right angle triangle. Given triangle is right angled. So this is the converse of Pythagoras theorem. So if suppose the value here and the value here is different, then we will write the negative sentence, that is this square is not equal to the sum of two squares, and that time we will write the negative sentence. By converse of Pythagoras theorem, given triangle is not a right angle triangle if we got the different values. So this is all about converse of Pythagoras theorem. So today students, we have learned what is the Pythagoras statement, what is the Pythagoras theorem, how to write the Pythagoras theorem for given right angle triangle. We have seen Pythagorean triplets, we have seen converse of Pythagoras theorem. So student, I hope you understood these concepts. If you are new on my channel, please subscribe my channel. My channel name is Sunil Joshi Sir Mathematics. Please see my videos, like it and share it, and subscribe my channel if you are not subscribed still. Thank you students.